Hi, everyone. I just wanted to get on here and just tell you a little bit about me, share a little bit of me with you regarding my Juice Plus journey. I It started when I was a single mom about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I was teaching self-contained EBD. I was before Juice Plus. My daughter and we were always getting sick. Always. It was either her or me. It was a sore throat, it was a fever, it was a cough, it was you name it, we had it. And in November, it was my turn because I would always get a sinus infection. Like clockwork, I was expecting it to come. Like November, okay, come on, sinus infection. So I was definitely looking for something else. I am not an over-the-counter medication person, and I never really liked taking antibiotics. They never made me feel good. So I wanted something different. I also wanted something different for Zakara. She was struggling in school, in social situations, and I knew there had to have been something. So every year we would blow through our sick days just like that, easy. None would roll over. And I was so fortunate enough to have really good administration at the schools I taught at, and they would let me bring Zakara and stick her in a corner as long as she was quiet, so I didn't have to use all my sick time. Being a single mom, it's hard because you want to be there for your kid and you want to stay home with them since it's just you, but you also have your kids in your classroom too, who depend on you, who rely on you to be their advocate in the school for everything. And I always noticed that when I did take a day off, that's when something would happen. Someone would get suspended, someone would get caught up in an issue, and I wanted to be there for my kids at school too. So I was always left completely frustrated, stressed out, and having to choose between my kids at school and my kid at home. So someone loved me, my dear friend loved me so much that she shared Juice Plus with me. And she definitely shared it for Zakara. She had a soft diagnosis of sensory processing disorder. And I was on speed dial with all her teachers. Even like, I'm sure if there's a teacher who had Zakara, I talk to you at least once a week, maybe more. Sometimes I had to come in and sit in the principal's office or the dean's office to hear the latest story about what happened to Zakara and how she couldn't self-regulate her body. It was a hard time. And so when my friend introduced Juice Plus to me, I was so hopeful. That's the biggest word to come to my head, is I was hopeful. I was excited. I was just thinking, if this could help Zakara 1%, if it could help her 1% manage her body, I am in. I will buy 20 of them, because that's how bad I wanted her to succeed and love school. And at first, we didn't see or notice that many changes. And it wasn't until I looked back and saw, like, oh my gosh, like, night and day changes. And for me, the biggest change was my complexion, my skin. I have suffered from acne since I was in like sophomore, junior high. I've been on Accutane. I've been on everything. I've always had something. I've had to see the dermatologist like every month for them to treat my skin. And when I look back, it's been years since I think about 2.5 years since I've seen the dermatologist and have had to put any type of cream on my skin. I wash it with water and a wash rag. So I am so happy just with that change in general. And my daughter, they were talking about putting her in a self-contained program for behavior. And now she is functioning in a general ed setting. She has resource support, but her goals are normal goals that a resource student would have. So I'm so happy. She loves school now. And, that just, it warms my heart to know that, we have a future for her in academics, because before I didn't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. And my daughter, she doesn't get sick anymore. Like, we don't get sick anymore. I don't remember the last time I was on antibiotics. It had to have been like 4 years. And my daughter has not been on antibiotics for 3.5 years. She asked me, because school's starting, and she asked me if she can have a sick day because she has not missed a day of school due to sickness in 2.5 years. So that's huge. What else? I can't even think of anything else. I have a 15-month-old, and she's been on Juice Plus her whole entire life, including when she was in me, when she was being made in me. And she has not seen an antibiotic. She has not been sick. She had crazy amount of teeth come in. So she had, the teething fever and kind of the sniffles, but nothing that required a doctor or anything like that. I have not had a primary care provider in 2 years, and we're military, so we move around, and I just never needed one. Things are so good with us. We're so blessed, and I'm so happy that, my friend loved me enough. And I'm even more grateful that I get to share this awesome little nugget of nutrition with other people, because hopefully other people can have the same story as us. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.